Let us calmly sit in the presence of the Divine. Let us control all our senses. Let us take stock of them, starting with the eyes, then the ears, the nose, the mouth, the hands, the feet, the legs, all the organs of the body. We now surrender them to this Divine, whose energy supplies all of these limbs with its own energy. Just relax the body, but yet keep it alert. Just make sure our posture has the hips arranged in such a way that the back is straight, that the chest, the neck, and the head are arranged in a straight line. Just be aware of how and where we are seated. Let us make any final adjustments. In considering where and how we are seated, let us be aware that we are seated on the earth, a solid surface whose inner core allows us not to fly off but to remain. In such conditions that organic life grows. The earth as a whole is solid. It doesn't complain when people mine up its surface. It remains fixed, even though, of course, we know it is rotating and traveling. But for our purposes, when we observe it, it is fixed. And a wonderful example of this fixity is to think of mountains. When we ask meditators to think of any subject, they will bring in their cultural background. But I would ask that the mountains that you view are the grandest mountains you can think of. The great, great Alps or the Himalayas would be examples. That even in the summer they are snow-capped. But they remain solid and have done so for millennia. Whatever we meditate on, those qualities come to us. Let us then meditate on the solidity and composure and calmness of the mountains. They are not affected by anything. And at the lower levels, these mountains contain trees. And these trees are generous. Our lesson that we can learn from them is a generosity of spirit that gives life to the planet, gives us oxygen for breathing, absorbing carbon dioxide, and exhibits his beauty growing and striving unselfishly for the good of others, allowing birds to nestle in their branches. And the life which is there in trees is the same life as in us. And the components of solidity of the earth, whose soil allows the growth of food to sustain the body, all comprise the body that sits here in meditation. With the generosity of spirit that trees have, let us, in an outgoing way, ensure that all beings are happy, all beings are peaceful, that all beings are blissful. And what we consider to be plants and trees, and everything that has and resolves itself into energy, this is life, and the same life is sustained in the body. Let us be aware of how the lungs are moving, how when the diaphragm muscle moves up, the air goes out. When the diaphragm muscle moves down, we inhale. And this simple movement of the lungs enables the whole system of life in the human body. Let us mentally now make a salutation to that which sustains the body, that which sustains our sense of generosity, and to the author of life itself within us and around us. It is the same energy that we are using as we sit, directing it to form pictures, concepts, in an enjoyable series of visualizations that guide us to the inner realm where the Kingdom of Heaven sits along with the monarch, our own immortal self. Let us remain like the air around us, untouched by good and bad effects of contexts around us. Let us not hold on to any resentments or issues of the past. Let us let them go freely. Let us put ourselves in the ever immortal presence of now, where the immortal is. Like the sky, that immortal self is not so circumscribed by anything. It is not affected by the body, because this indwelling self in all beings, moving and unmoving, that is present everywhere, in everything. Let us consider in the sky the various clouds wafted by the wind. They don't affect the sky. And so our immortal self deep within the temple of the body, is not tainted by abidance in this body. And this body is a combination of all various elements, like radiance, heat, fluidity, water, solid matter. All of this body and all objects have these three components that evolve when they're stirred into activity by time. Just contemplate this major constituent of the body, water. Water is life, and pure water is life. But just imagine in our scene an ever-flowing stream of pure mountain water. Just hear the gurgling sound that it makes as it freely flows, not asking for any reward, but offering itself for refreshment. In the same way, divine grace is flowing within us, even now as thought. Just be pure, holy, and naturally loving and sweet, like this water. And this water not only purifies our sight, but also is life itself. Let us consider the presence of the sun that pervades everywhere with its radiance and warmth and life. Its echo is within the body, creating for us a standard temperature and the inner fire to digest food. When we are in communion with our immortal self within, we are unpolluted, like the all-consuming fire. Let us symbolically feel fire that is contained in the fire itself, the sun, in lightning and in the human body and in all bodies. Let us consider that this fire can burn up any past aberrations, negative thoughts and feelings. Just as time has taken them with her, let us burn up all of these things and purify the mind. And at night, we can see how the moon, over a period of time, changes. The waxing and waning of the moon are only of its digits and not of the moon itself. It just looks like that. Just consider how time arrives here and how it leaves. All changes happen in time. And in the daylight, the sun absorbs the water with its rays and releases it in the proper time as rainfall. So too, we can accept all the objects of the senses with the senses themselves, not for our own enjoyment, but to release them for the good of needy people at the proper time. This Atman within is not many. It is one without a second. To slowly draw our mind in, away from our imaginary scenes, whose lessons we can absorb. And just as it is the one sun that gets reflected in different pots of water, being seen as many and diverse, let us understand it is only one. Let us draw our attention inwards to the subtle areas of oneness. Let us draw these in to the center of the body, above the solar plexus, and just below the physical heart, there in the center, a cavity described by the great sages and mystics as the inner cave of the heart. And just as caves are dark until they are lit, when they open up, in other words, when our attention moves from the outside to the inside, it is the intellect itself which lights up the inner cave, like the sun coming out from the clouds, displaying its brightness. All the senses, even the breath and the mind, they all are manifestations of this one, and it is brighter than the sun, deep within our own being. And just as rays can be withdrawn into the sun in eventide, so too all things get resolved into this one that sits in the cave of the heart. And from this bright, luminous, sun-like entity deep within, a shining face can appear, a revealed human face, brighter than the sun itself, whose face and body is made from pure love. And in salutation, we can feel this being within us. Its primordial sound is Om. And we can repeat this Om at the other mantra which you have. But Om really is love infinite, unconditional, pure, bright, all-encompassing. This love manifests as energy, pure energy, harmony of pure energy, and arrives as the Word that is made flesh, dwelling amongst us from age to age. We can feel this manifest love through the mantra that we are mentally repeating. And just as this form that appears, made from pure love and radiant within, smiling with eyes compassionate, spilling over with love for us, let us return these glances of love. Just surrender the heart, offering all in our ignorance, our assumed individuality, feeling that we are simply supported, mere children. Let us feel this dissolving into the harmony of pure energy and radiance. And finally into love itself, that how's the sound symbol womb, and into that pure oneness, one without a second. There's a sense of pure being. And now we have discovered that inner kingdom, that divine self, where words come back together with the mind, inexpressible, unchanging, undivided. And any division which we experience from here is now seen as simply the manifested radiance, curling and taking and manifesting and combining into shapes and forms and names that we call our body, senses, mind, and the world of objects. Let the peace of this meditation spread everywhere throughout this world and beyond in the interspace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all.